Welcome to another Rolled in Reacts episode. This Dodge Journey came in because the owner complained about loose steering. Turns out the sway bar link was completely disconnected on one side and had a lot of play on the other. Thankfully, the customer decided to have it fixed. And this customer came in with their minivan saying it sounded louder than normal after their son had borrowed it for the weekend. Thank God that these were finally replaced. Customer states, every time I accelerate, the oil pressure goes up. This car had its engine done at another shop, but came in because it was leaking oil. The mechanic found the rear main seal and a couple broken valve springs to be the cause. And this customer came in because their handbrake was completely bust. The mechanic discovered that the customer had accidentally been applying the handbrake while driving, whenever they'd be shifting into second or fourth gear. This Toyota CHR came in because it had some transmission issues. And this 2020 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack came in because of a bit of a misfire. The owner of this car complained about clunking sounds after hitting a pothole. Alright, get it out of here. This customer had scratched their rim against the curb pretty badly, but their friend had fixed it for them for cheap. And here's everybody's favorite engine with all the knock-knock jokes. And this customer complained about their engine rattling more after a recent oil change. And this truck came in because a potential buyer wanted to see how she looked underneath. And this customer said, I know I have a diesel, but I think it vibrates a bit too much. Uh-oh. Customer states, starting issues. And in some magical way, this car managed to get itself into the shop. And this is exactly why mechanics and car engineers are always best friends. Customer states, car sounds like a tractor. The owner of this Chevy Silverado came in because they kept hearing clunking noises when driving. And this customer didn't give his full name, but the mechanic suspected that it must be Flintstone. Yikes. Customer states, loud growling noises when driving on the highway. And this customer said that their truck apparently does its own drum solos. Turned out to be a bad air compressor relief valve. And this car had a pretty interesting smell inside the cab. Customer states, car is pulling to the right. And thankfully, this car came in right on time to get a new timing belt. This Honda Pilot came in because it had some problems with its suspension. This 2020 Nissan Rogue came in on a tow truck after hitting a curb way too hard. Customer states, seat is itchy, need a deep clean or a new seat. And this customer had installed a new rackless roof box all by themselves. The owner of this car had troubles opening the hood after an oil change at a different shop. This car came in for an oil change and the mechanic noticed that the oil filter had been under some serious pressure. This customer complained about a wobbly steering wheel. And this tire was leaking so bad that it kept leaking even after being taken off the rim. This customer came in with their car because it was overheating. The mechanics found a cracked engine block which caused the engine oil to mix with coolant. But hey, at least he had a performance oil filter. Customer came in and said that their engine sounds different than usual. And this car came in for an exhaust leak, but the mechanic discovered that it needed a little bit more work than just that. The customer also ended up declining all repairs. This customer had their friend tow their car 60 miles or about 100 kilometers to the shop, but had left it in gear, which had caused the flywheel to actually go flying. This Chrysler 300 had some of the best knock-knock jokes the mechanics ever heard. Customer states, installed new tires but they wore out prematurely. The mechanic noticed that the car barely had 4,400 miles on it. So what do you think actually happened here? And this customer had money shifted their new Subaru WRX while testing it on the highway. This customer states, every time I turn on the AC, my car screams at me. The owner of this car had installed his own ball joints but had come into the shop because his car was wobbling at higher speeds. This V6 Dodge Challenger came in for an oil change, but the mechanic didn't expect getting free scrambled eggs for lunch. Something's not right. This car came in for a new ignition coil harness after a mouse had snacked on the old one. And this customer came in because they think their engine sounds too much like a truck. It ain't got no gas in it. Customer states, ran over some traffic signs, please check underneath and make sure everything is alright. This car rolled in because it had some differential issues after another shop had rebuilt it for cheap. Customer states, car pulls to the right. Wonder why. This customer came in because of an ABS light, and this is what the mechanic found. customer ended up agreeing to get new suspension installed. Got a few more miles on it, no problem. And whoever engineered this vehicle definitely had the mechanic in mind when doing so. This car came in for a clunking noise when driving over speed bumps. Turns out it was a pretty bust idler arm. And this customer came in with a stock parking brake. The mechanic found that the customer must like peanut butter a lot because the whole center console was swimming in it. Uh-oh. And this customer came in and requested new spark plugs but denied any other repairs. Customer states, "My car's leaking oil." When you just had a fight with your girlfriend, but everything reminds you of her. And this customer had hit a pretty big curve pretty fast. This customer came in saying that they just want some balancing work and that the shop don't try no funny business to get them to pay extra. Customer states, car feels very bumpy. Looks good. This 2021 Hyundai Elantra came in because of a leaking cooler. I'll let you figure out the why behind this one. And this customer came in with their Ford F-150 because their brakes keep locking up. This customer had done some electrical work on their car, but had to come in because it wouldn't start. And this customer was about to buy this car second-hand, but thankfully came in for an inspection beforehand. This car came in because it had a weird brake noise. The mechanic ended up finding a bit more work than just the brakes. This Mazda 6 rolled in because it had a pretty bad engine knock. Apparently, the customer had driven it like this for almost a year before deciding to come into the shop. This Chevy Silverado came in because it kept pulling to the right. This customer's Toyota 4Runner came in because it didn't want to go into the 4-wheel drive low gear. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and until next time.